Hello everyone, welcome to Tommy's Station. Today's video is called Tommy's Pair of Kings and Some Coaches. What I did recently was buy two coaches, and this Typhoon tea van came with them. Very happy to get that, especially with the amount of tea I drink. Okay, so let's pan around to the far side there and bring through the logos. And this is my pair of kings. The King George V 460 logos from Lima. Tender driven. I shall reveal more now in a minute. Brings a nice gentle slop in the station. Right, this first one I've had for some time. It came with its bell and slight damage to the tender, but I'm still looking to try and match the paint a bit better. The second one I haven't had very long. Now then, both of them are now fitted with 12-volt CD motors. The second one, like I say, is a fairly recent acquisition. It's missing its bell. I'll have to have a little bit of Quasimodo about that. Bells go missing in this layout, so I'll just drive it forward a touch. Now then, these are identical logos with the exception of the decals and the emblem being slightly larger on the second logo. That's the only difference in them. Now then, I'll put it forwards. They're pulling a rake of Great Western coaches. This first one is a Lima. I'm not going to go into too much detail, it'll take too much time. The second one is a Hornby with its destination boards. Where are we? Paddington, Newport, Cardiff and Swansea. There we go. So move it forward a touch more. The third one is the Lima restaurant car with people sitting down to eat in the restaurant. Now what I've done, I put passengers in the compartments and in the corridors on all these. Now the first four of these coaches I've had for a long time. So there we go. There's the last of the what I call Lima Ho coaches. Now we'll move on to what is a bit confusing for me. The last two were sold as HO. Unfortunately, I saw the picture of them, but obviously you can't get an impression of the size from a picture. And they clearly showed that they had the continental couplings, European couplings. So anyway, these are identical. They have the same running numbers as this one, exactly the same, which are 24624. I've installed an M coupling on the front with a hook, so it's compatible with the D-type on the other logos. Also some short corridor extensions. So put it forward a touch more. I've also added decals because they came without any decals at all. Now then, if I zoom in as close as I can, there you can see the European couplings. So when I saw those, I assumed they were HO because I had a plan to make a HO Great Westerns theme. Anyway, I've also fitted an M pocket on the rear of this supposed HO coach. So I've come to a conclusion that maybe Lima made uh, these either HOOO and just changed the bogies and couplings, that's all. I can't think of any other thing they would do. So we'll run that now. Where are we? Yeah, we'll run that through the tunnel. And that's it running through the tunnel. No, then, sorry. If you look at the space between the first tender and the second loco, there's a space, and that's because the first loco is actually pulling. They're both pulling exactly the same, but it is pulling. Now I'll set off my GWR pannier with its Clare Restory coaches. This has been in the main station on the last 2 or 3 or even 4 videos, and maybe somebody thinks it doesn't run. Anyway, it does. I'll also set off my Black 5. Let that have a run as well. This was DCC, it's no longer, it's now DC. Here come the Kings. I'm not disappointed at all that the coaches turned out to be OO, because now I've got a rake of a nice long rake of Great Western coaches. Let's stop that one there and stop pannier. There we are. The only reason I'm running these as a double-headed affair today is just to show that how compatible they are running together with their CD motors. So we'll set it off again. Slowly. Oh. Still getting used to this controller. This is using hardly any voltage at all. Yeah, like I say, the lead locomotive isn't under any stress or strain. They run at almost identical speeds. Now then, as the coaches come past, I'll just try and show the height. There we go. So the last two are identical in size to the other one. Go over the bridge. Now then, these, as everyone knows, Lima locomotives are noisy. So what I've done, by fitting the CD motors and playing around with the gears, I've managed to quiet them down. So there we are, the luggage van has a flashing lamp. Coming into the station. Yes, nice pair of runners now. One of these can pull this train of coaches no problem at all. Like I say, this is just an exercise to show how well they run as double headers. Go through the tunnel again. And like I say, I've got passengers in the compartments, which you can't see because obviously the corridors are facing us. But I've got passengers in the corridors and in the restaurant. I think it adds a bit of realism. I think quite a few of my coaches have passengers in. There we go into the tunnel. I'll set the GWR pannier off. I like these clerestory coaches. I like the real old-fashioned railway stock. Very interesting. So here they'll come through the tunnel again. Yeah, it's quite pleased how they run. Let's try and get a bit closer on it. I slowed it right down. This would be next to impossible to do with the original Lima Ringfield motors. It's very, very controllable. And like I say, so much quieter. There we go, stop. Right. Now, what I'm going to do with the second one is rename it. I've been looking, Fox Transfers make the nameplates for these. So it'll either be a King Henry or King Charles III. I can also change the cab number. So there we go. Thank you for watching. Bye now.